right, we're good to go. We're live! Well, apparently, happy International Steampunk Day. Didn't even know that was a thing, but everything gets its day. Every dog, every steampunk, every pirate
has its day.
Yes. You have an errand to run?
Yes, I'll be back.
All right. Well, welcome to Live. She's going to kick the camera a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what you can expect. We're going to be, well, appropriately for steampunk, we're going to be looking at Dastardly Dirigibles, a title that I'm not totally sure I'm saying correctly, and spell check attacked both words when I tried to type it out earlier. So you know it's going to be fun. This is a fireside game, 2 to 5 players. Justin DeWitt. If he's not the Castle Panic guy, then he's at least the Wizard's Tower expansion guy. But he's probably in on all of those, so that's what is. All right, well, we're getting an external monitor coming at us, so waiting around for that right now.
Hi, coming through.
This is live, no editing, you know how it goes. All right, what do we got? Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tear some plastic because we're going to want to see what's inside. Well, I'll read you some more of this. Dastardly Dirigibles is the steampunk the steampunk airship building game by Justin DeWitt. 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, fireside games, and I'm assuming this is like extremely card-based. Looks like you're building ships. It says, Professor Phineas Edmund Hornswoggle, famed airship builder, is retiring, and you are an engineer competing to inherit the Hornswoggle factory. So, no pressure, mate.
Hornswoggle.
So we're going to go ahead and have a look inside and see what we got. I'm guessing it is a ton of cards. And as always, you can have that. All right. Hope everyone's having a happy holiday. I know the world is weird outside, but we take all of these things that we can get. But that thing is incredibly distracting.
Not anymore.
All right. So I'm seeing a bunch of books. There's a book.
I love books.
And there's, well, something made of paper.
I love
and
paper.
There's another one. And another one. Goodness. You know, I'm guessing these are probably mats. Because it looked like you were going to lay them on something. And hey, look! It's a giant deck of cards and a whole lot of empty space.
It's an airship blueprint. Okay. Dastardly Dirigibles on the back. And it is just glossy paper. But it's kind of
Super
cool.
glossy, actually.
Yeah, super glossy. And the creases are actually really in there.
So there's definitely like a blueprint thing going on. Is that one different than this one? I mean, if there's different like number of players, then this is probably...
These are the same.
Right. Yeah, okay. So everybody's going to have the same player board.
Blueprint to start you off,
Well,
basically.
look in there, see what they call these. I'm going to go with player board, player mat, something like that. It's got to be something
Guide
along
sheet.
those lines. Guide sheet.
Guide sheet.
Yeah, I can live with that.
There should be 5 of them.
Okay, so 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5, yeah. Alrighty.
And we should have other cool stuff coming up at us.
Guide sheets. Now, we got this at Dice Tower West recently, the last gaming show before the world kind of went a little south. And I'm under the impression that it is a lighter game. Not the kind of thing that you would plan a day around, just sort of a filler kind of experience, but apparently fun. That's what we're hoping for. And very steampunk.
Yes.
International Steampunk Day. That's why we're here.
I'm truly here for
Cheers,
the
steampunk pirates.
Cheers to the pirates,
Yar.
who are also steampunk.
There is a lot of cooperation between those communities. You'll find them bumping elbows like mad.
I'm really here for the theme. I mean, this is pretty nifty artwork. I like it. On the shelf,
So far, so good.
it gives me the feel that I'm looking for.
What's grabbing me is the font. It's kind of got a sort of a dangerous circus sort of idea to it.
It does, yes.
All right. Well,
right, so
let's
the
have a
book-
troll
well,
to the
let's-
book and see what's.
So what's left? All that's left is
know.
cards.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
all
why I
that's
want to look
left
at the
is
book.
cards. So we've got airship parts and then special cards, and yeah, that's it.
Well, what's the introduction? What even is this game?
The introduction.
I mean, I read the back, sort of, but
Okay,
it didn't
here we
mean
go.
much.
Can you hear me?
What?
Players are engineers competing to build the best steampunk airships. Each airship is made of 7 cards, each representing a different part of the airship, such as the nose cone or lift engine. We get to learn new words, terms. Whenever a player adds a part to their airship, all players must add the same part. Again, for those in the back, apparently, because there's all kinds of all caps, all players must add the same part. Just wanted to say that again.
And this little blueprint diagram that all players will get is divided into 7 parts. Nose cone, lift engine, gondola front, gondola rear, drive engine,
You're
lift
here.
engine, and tail.
And then the suits are identified by a symbol, so chain, gear. Oh, there's other stuff too.
So you're going to cover this in cards.
Cards, yeah, because this is showing it covered in cards. All right, I'm going to continue. Even if it means replacing an existing part. The first player to play all 7 parts and complete their airship ends the round. But there's a catch. But wait, there's more. Players only score the suit they used the most in building the airship. And it sounds like the suits are as follows. We have there's 9 suits. Hi.
Oh, drag racing.
Welcome to our neighborhood.
Go, Speed Racer, go! For
So
you
we have
non-80s kids, that was a reference to something.
chain, gear. I never look back there. Ha! Chain, gear, goggles, key, screw, top hat, wrench, and then there's 2 wilds. So I'll just give you a look at these. I'm sure we'll see them on the cards in a second. But these are
No doubt.
these are our fun little. Those are the suits down there at the bottom. And then if you look, you can actually see the card with the suit up there. But you'll get to see the cards firsthand once he gets off his butt and opens them.
It's going to be a little tougher for them to see those considering
Yeah.
this distance, but yes, all that appears to be left in this box
Atlantis.
is a deck of cards. It's like a lot of games, it's a card game in a box. Were it not for player area mats like this could have been a small deck, like a bicycle deck. It's wider, it's fatter,
Not
but
much. It
still
reminds me of.
it's a card game. I think
a little
that's
taller, a
fairly
little thicker.
obvious. You need a mat, but
But yes, so it's cards and guide sheets to place your cards on, which is a player board. He's correct. They just called it something else. And that's basically it. Looks like you're gonna set up your cards, and if one person adds a part, then all players have to add that same part, even if it means replacing an old one. And then the person with the most suits on their ship wins. Sounds like. Let me make sure I'm correct on that. Play at a glance. 3 rounds.
all right, so I'm looking at the card backs, and they are solidly the same. So it may even be that you would take this deck of cards and shuffle it immediately, because I'm not on the front even seeing different.
Definitely
Nope,
seeing the
I take it back.
suits.
Okay, I'm seeing parts of the ship, and I'm seeing, well, some sort of
Special cards.
special
That's
cards.
literally what they're called. Special
Right.
cards. So 9 suits of 7 airship cards. I'll take those.
Machination, prestidigitation, magnetic trap, things like that.
So these here.
Take the
So 9 suits of 7 airship parts. And then he has the 12 special cards, which are the cool ones. So we can start with those.
And I'm assuming that they're just going to shuffle in anyway and then come up at random times.
So setup, you're going to shuffle all cards together. So yeah, we just shuffle them.
All right, so let's just
And that's it.
take a second to kind of look at them. We already kind of know what they are, but ether extractor, and that's about as close as I can get. We're very far away from the camera today.
I might be able to help.
Black market.
Ether extractor.
Well, we don't have to do absolutely every
There's only
card.
9.
Well, ether extractor then.
And then black market. What's in there? Where's the camera? It's on that side. Okay.
Espionage.
Espionage. Swap one part of your airship.
That
with
sounds
the
French.
same
I
part.
love the French.
Ah, you get to swap with this guy. I can like swap swapping. All right.
Gilded Dynamotor.
Dynamotor. That's cool. If this card is in your hand, you'll get to add a point. Dynamotor.
Grappling Hook. If Jiu-Jitsu existed in the Peter Pan storyline.
I bet you can guess what that
That
does.
was punny.
He who would pun would pick a pocket. My bad.
Magnetic Trap.
Magnetic trap. You get to do stuff with the magnetic trap.
So this is actually Mechanician? I don't know. I got nothing.
Mechanician. It says mechanician.
That's what I thought it was the first time. Then the spelling looked like it might be something else.
I'm going with mechanician. I like to say.
Prestidigitation is a word we know, and that one is easy enough.
Prestidigitation.
Saboteur.
Don't trust this guy. Saboteur. Don't trust this guy.
Tesla Disintegrator. Well, what do you know? It disintegrated. Thief.
Catwoman. Not really.
And Transmutation. And I suppose the rest are going to be ship parts. But go ahead, wave it in.
Yeah. I was just reading it. It's definitely about what we'd think it would be. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so that's your special cards there. And then over here, we have the airship parts.
Right. And they are...
Yeah, 9 suits of 7. Here, I'll show them a few.
Right. Yeah, these are pieces of your ship. And then they have pips.
Yeah.
Like poker
suits,
style,
suits.
but they are...
it's the suit.
You know, suits, but
There are
they're also
9
like classes,
suits.
Types, things like that.
Well, they call them suits. I'm going by
Yes,
keyword.
they do.
So there's 9 suits, and then there's wild. So here's what wild looks like. Underneath seems to be the part of the ship. So like this is the nose cone. So you got that. So we got the wilds here with different parts of the ship. Let's grab a handful and show y'all. Get these guys. So different parts of the ship, and these are wild. And then, and just on we go. So we have, oh, here's the book. You can tell me what this is. So this would be chain. So this would be the chain on different parts of the ship. And again, just a small handful of each here. But so chain on the different parts of the ship, like tail. This is on the tail, for example, you see, and it's just, they all look alike. Nice quality cards, I gotta say. We've recently played a game. You'll see the review and figure out then which one it was. But we recently played a game that was a really great game, probably one of my new favorites, but the quality of the components were subpar. These aren't bad.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Because you're going to want to keep this game for a long time.
Yeah. And this is, I mean.
And if you like it, you want to believe that it's not going to like fall victim to finger acids, the stuff, the oils on your hands, and then just anything else that kind of makes things fall apart over time. You should be careful with your shuffling, but yeah, if they're put together well, they will last a little longer. We have some very old decks of cards because they were made well in the first place, and they still work just fine.
I just want to say victim to finger acids again. That was cool. Oh, yeah. And there's people here.
Because there's things.
Hi, Princess of Opera Videos, and hi, Alice Blue Jay.
Ahoy there. Welcome.
Happy to see you.
Sorry I can't see you.
Hey, look.
We're very far away from the camera this time.
I'm in uniform this time. Okay. So we've got this is the gear pip suit. The gear suit on different parts. This is the gear on a nose cone. And a gear on a lift engine. You get the idea. So we've got all of these gears going on. So the gear suit on their bits. And then we move to this. So looks like sunglasses. Like this looks like a cool dude.
It does, but it's goggles, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he looks like a cool dude. So that's goggles.
Like an 80s beer mascot or something.
Yeah, he's a cool cat.
Or cigarette mascot.
So
that was a thing.
You got your goggles, and on it goes. So I'll show you.
Keys, screws, top hat, wrench, wild.
Keys. Screws. They're called screws? Yeah, they're called screws. So literally all the same engine, the same bits of the engine, ship. And then top hat. Can't have steampunk without a top hat, preferably with goggles.
Almost wore mine.
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Wrench. And then we're back to the wilds. We're back in the wild, which we started with. Wilds. See, that's our deck of cards. So we have our, 9 specials?
It's like opening a box of Munchkin. It might be like
12.
a big-ass box, but it's still just going to be a deck of cards inside, no matter how big the box is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's got a board.
Well,
maybe it's got a giant set of instructions.
Munchkin is 2 decks, but yes.
But,
So
yeah, it comes down to a deck of
just
cards.
hand me any old card here. Just
Put 'em there.
so this is a gondola rear. So, like, yeah, it fits there. So yeah, you're just gonna just give me another one. Tail. I'm gonna drive engine. I'm gonna drive the engine. Here we go. Just because I can hold them together. Yeah. So I reckon, and we'll probably do a review maybe or a walkthrough. Who knows? But yeah, so I reckon that you just kind of lay them on your guide sheet, and then
Look, Fred knows this game. Simple and short, fun filler. Well, that is what we were told, and actually what we're hoping for.
Yeah, and we
When you
like the developers.
do what we
so-
do, you kind of like the quick, fun, stuff in between. Because
Yeah.
we've got some bigger games on the table right now, and we need those little ones to kind of prep the brain in the morning, or to cool down, or to fill the slot in between.
And just with a busy schedule
good
in
to hear.
general, you want to play games that you don't have time. You're like, I want a quick one. These are great to have. And apparently the ice cream truck is here.
There's an ice cream truck. Can you wait? Shh. You hear that? Does it make you want to push up? Or Astro Pop? Fudgesicle. Oh, I'm tempted to go out there.
Astro Pop. What's the strawberry?
You've got any
the
rumsicles?
strawberry shortcake. It's got those crumblies on
Oh, I
it. And
love
it's
those.
strawberry and
I'd like to get that with the chocolate one and just sort of
drool.
two-fist those. Oh, dude, when I get into my sugar kicks, I need like
I'm
all
about
flavors.
to go get ice cream.
Yeah. They will ignore you. They'll be like, okay, whatever.
They don't care. We're in Las Vegas. They really don't care.
Yeah, they really don't.
All right. And by the way, I wanted to do the shuffle chest. They shuffle nice.
And you're going to have a little trouble finding sleeves for something like this. It's not impossible. These are kind of close to tarot size, and I know that Love Letter have their own. So apparently it's just a thing, but they're less common.
These seem fairly these don't seem like the type where
And it's not like you're going to play this game every day.
if you nick them accidentally, they're gonna get that big white gash. These don't seem like those. They have.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the paint, the ink is going to come chipping off.
Yeah, these.
I could be wrong, but I'm not getting that
There's
vibe.
a good quality to these cards. I mean, it's all there was. If they couldn't make them quality, then you'd worry. But it's good. I like it, and they are nice to shuffle. I can't wait to play it. Hey, Fred, how's your copy holding up? Do they hang in there? Did you sleeve it? Curious. Yeah. But yeah, I like them. I think that as the component.
It straight up says 75 tarot size cards on it. Now, since this is Fireside Games, well, I have a tendency to assume that publishers do business with particular printing houses. So it wouldn't surprise me to find out that the people who printed these cards were the ones who printed the Castle Panic cards. We've now owned those for years, and they're hanging in there just fine.
And they were all together.
So I want to believe that these are going to enjoy the same fate as those. In fact, they look like very similar printing.
Dead Panic.
Yeah, it's got Castle Panic ads all over
And
it,
Dead Panic.
which is a panic game. They're all Castle Panic.
These are the ads. Here we go. We'll stop there. I don't know. That's kind of funny. Yeah, kitty.
What is it?
I don't know. Competition. Crazy cat collecting competition.
Oh, here, kitty, right?
Kitty,
That's
kitty.
the thing.
And then the bears.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad not being up on games like that. I have played Exploding Kittens. I've managed to avoid, well, that black card one, the Cards Against Humanity. See, I couldn't even think of the name. I'm kind of proud of that fact.
Cheers.
But no, that's just any day of the week. But right, so this is a deck of cards in a box with a lot of padding that you will never use. It's 5-player mats and your instructions.
I could see having a pretty cool 3D printed deck box type thing for this, you know, some gears on it. We actually have on Thingiverse, they have a pretty cool box that makes it kind of looks like steampunk gears, and it looks like a secret box. It is. You have to turn it a certain way to get the lid off. It's pretty neat. Something like that would be cool to have your as a deck box for this.
Right.
So,
Steampunk is kind of all about like the little
the 3D
aesthetic
printing you
add-ons
do.
for your life and your house and things
Yeah.
like that. So I've seen some very cool 3D printable things. I've seen some very cool Etsy things and all of that jazz. So I don't know if this is worthy of upgrades, but it would be nice to believe. I've heard there's some good other steampunk games out there. Steampunk Rally, I think.
I am looking forward to playing some.
Piratology, that's fun. There's a game about that as well.
Oh, we have
Like
something.
Dragonology. I think there's a game and there's a book. So
Yeah, we actually have a little tin that says Piratology on it. But yeah, the various steampunk games I have not got to really dig into.
we're lacking.
Yeah.
In fact, I can't think of one. Oh no, Munchkin. We have a
Yeah,
steampunk
we do.
Munchkin, and people have some very strong opinions about Munchkin.
Don't judge us.
But other than that, I mean, I can't really. What is it? Scythe? Isn't Scythe supposed to be a like an airship game?
I don't know.
But yeah, Steampunk Rally, I think was another one. These are the ones that I've heard of, and we've not grabbed them. This is probably, other than Munchkin, which, I mean, there's a million versions of Munchkin, but this is our first, I think, independent steampunk game. So I'm
Right.
hoping that it's not awful, I guess.
We obviously stick to themes. We have themes that we adore, you know. We are pirates, so we have a from there. But, you know, we like Batman, we like DC, we like Marvel, we like Star Wars, we like Star Trek, sci-fi. We have these themes we like. Steampunk is definitely on there, 110% for me, but unlike all those others, I'm not well steeped in the culture of it. So I can't really speak on a lot of, you know, the underbelly of it. I enjoy what it looks like. I'm aesthetic, you know. I glue gears on it. So I'm not a good representer?
Something like
yeah.
that. And there, by culture, I mean, there are groups, there are people who get together and they, you know, they craft, they show up, they go on train rides, they do bicycle
Yeah.
rides.
Oh, it's such a cool community.
There's a bit of
I've
a representation here in Las Vegas where we are, and I get to see what they do because we have a lot of people in common. I mean, a lot of people have a pirate garb costume in their closet, and then they have a steampunk garb costume in their closet. Sometimes they, you know, share shirts and things like that. So just swap out the hat, put some goggles on it. If you've seen our Halloween personas, you know that we kind of have some of those trappings ourselves. We just don't generally use them for that reason because we haven't really taken the plunge. But I mean, there's something about having an interaction point, and I think that's something that board games can offer, where you can say, well, I'm going to enjoy this world this way. I'm going to make decisions in the culture via something on my tabletop. And that's something that I enjoy about games, so I've been able to get my fervor up about various fandoms through board games, tabletop games. And so hopefully you'll be seeing more goggles around here soon, Nate. But I don't know if this is going to be the one or not.
And we definitely
But we'll give it a
appreciate
chance.
theming, you know. You're setting up your surroundings to feel a certain way. It's like, I want to get into that steampunk feeling, you know, going to a convention or writing a book, you know, you want to surround yourself in those things. And games have been really awesome for that, from everything from, you know, our pirate to comic book to kind of just get you in the mood.
I mean, look at role-playing games and their popularity in general. I mean, they are all built around the idea of you building a persona, going on adventures, really bringing up the like your interactions with this fantasy world. And I think a lot of the time, people aren't making this up. They're like, no, I feel this power in me.
Yeah.
Or I feel like this is my strong suit. This is my potential. And it really allows them a place at the table. And so I think, I've always felt that's something that tabletop games can provide.
Absolutely, yes.
And Fred is back. 6 times steampunk ice cream, please. I know, right? It sounds so good. Wouldn't it taste a little like rusty, like bronze, like metallic?
I'd like to think it would
Don't
be...
glue gears on that.
I like to think it would taste like butterscotch.
You would.
It's totally butterscotch. Butterscotch! Prove me wrong. Change my mind. Steampunk is butterscotch. Or caramel. I'll accept caramel as an answer.
What about root gear flavored?
Yeah, all right.
That's all I got.
He is all about the puns.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking for something. All right, well, I think we should let these poor people go.
Yes.
And anyone who shows up in the future. But, yeah, thanks for watching us open this box and
Looking
listening
forward
to
to
us
playing it.
wax poetic about what it might mean to us in the future. Because, I mean, this, not counting Munchkin comes in like 31 flavors, and we're going to have to live with this historical document, but this basically is our first steampunk game. We don't have any others that I can immediately think of.
Except for, yeah.
This could start a whole new shelf. I mean, who knows? But I doubt it, because this is supposed to just be a quick and dirty kind of, not quite zombie dice, but something on the lighter side. But, I mean, it's still kind of neat for us, and we've wanted to get it open, and it just so happens that it's International Steampunk Day for some reason.
For some reason.
Who knows what it'll be tomorrow? Maybe Ice Cream Day.
I would definitely like you to leave in the comments if you know of any steampunk games that I can try. Give me some information. Throw them out there. Put them in the comments. I want to play more steampunk games. I want to see more. Print and play is an acceptable answer. I will print it and play it. I would look forward to that. So yeah, what's out there? It's International Steampunk Day. Give us some game ideas.
Yes, please. And thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. My lovely assistant is going to go push that button, and we will bid thee adieu. To everyone who stopped in, to everyone who stops in the future.
I've never pushed the button. Is it the X?
It's the X, and then there's